guys how to paint an onion or still life in Photoshop. First off, we start with a simple sketch, line drawing. I'm not only gonna draw the onion here, but also gonna try to outline the shadow a bit. Not going into too much detail, just trying to get the overall form, get a bit of the direction of the form, you know, especially with the onion. It's quite clear to see. Then I start with some the base colors, the colors that you spot at first. You know, so the onion is kind of orangey red, so you just lay that down. Also, just lay the very primitive color of shadow just underneath it, just to lay the onion down a bit, and just to get a bit more sense of space, you know, that it's actually laying there. Kind of helps me to start feeling the form of it and try to reproduce what I see. Because that's actually the whole key of it, is trying to learn to see, spot your colors and spot the values, and try to reproduce the thing that you see, you know. So as you see here, I'm trying to put in as much different colors as I can actually see, and I'm trying to mix them together. Kind of like you would do with oil, you know, just like mixing it up, getting a loads of different colors in there, trying to get the values right, and then just mixing it up a bit. And there where it is not too light and where it is not too dark, I try to make the colors a bit more intense. Sometimes colors, especially with this onion, and I've kind of strong light on it, and the color kind of burns up right before it goes into a shadow or goes into the real light. Yeah, I'm just I don't know, it's starting to look a little more real, especially with the green one. The green tones are just, it's not really green, it's just yellow, you know, but because of the orangey and brown colors next to it, it starts to look greenish. A way to actually do that is if you have like a primitive color down there, like a brown, and you just really put in a lighter or a darker green on it, and just you put it on slightly, you know, with a low opacity, and you mix those in with each other, you will see that the color will deform into a color that is probably more likely to fit. It's just yeah, something I kind of use a lot because I'm not really good at color spotting, so I just look at it and go like, is the color more greenish or more bluish or whatever, and then just throw over a blue and see what happens. You know, that's the pretty of digital work, that you can just redo it with a simple click. So don't really be afraid to try stuff out, but yeah, if it doesn't work, delete it, because you might have to do a lot more work than necessary. So as you see, I'm starting to get the value a bit more, intensifying it a bit more, trying to get the shape down, trying to get the form to read, and trying to get a little bit of the direction in there. Also, as you can see, I work a lot with the local colors right now. Almost got everything down. Right now I just open up an overlay layer, which is really nice, especially when you're a little further in the painting and you're kind of like, okay, I'm going into gray or I'm going into dark or whatever. Just put in an overlay layer, and yeah, I never really ever used it, but it's really handy. So you can just overlay the colors that you want, and they affect all the colors in a certain way. You just have to toy around with it and see what it does, and how that can benefit you in your artwork. But it really is a wonderful tool. Right now I'm trying to get the reflections of the paper down. Just trying to get it a bit more real. I think I'm gonna spin it around in a few seconds. Not quite sure. You can see I'm just toning down the shadow a bit, getting some smaller detail in there, just to describe the form, and get those edges down, just to create sort of a point of interest. I think I'm gonna spin it around because that's really something I did not do here. Not that much, but well, it's an onion. But normally, try to spin your pictures around as much as possible, really, because you can sometimes make big mistakes, and you don't even know it until you spin it. Then it kind of there I did it, and I was like, oh, okay, I did actually pretty good. It's not really deformed. Sometimes it's really deformed when you spin. You go like, oh man, how can I have done that? It's just your mind just makes it okay, and then you spin it around, and it becomes like a new picture for yourself, and then you see what you've done wrong. So it's a really nice tool for you to see what you're doing good or what you're doing wrong. Here I used up another overlay layer, and I'm using a chalk brush to get in some textures, and now I'm just adding some more small detail to the leaves at the back, or the peel. I'm not quite sure how to name that. Get some more reflections in there. And we're almost done. Another one, stuff I always almost only spot at the end of the painting. Right here. Not a master yet. Alright, I think that was about it. I think you guys get a clear understanding of what I've done. Hope you can do it too. As you know, this only took like 30 minutes to paint, and you learn quite a lot from just doing stuff like this, learning how the texture works, and learning to make your form believable, convincing enough to actually make people believe it could actually be there. So this is just some tiny little details, but not always not important. I mean, they are important to paint. So I think that was about it. Thank you guys, hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment and visit my website if you want, www.bigart.com. See you next time. Thank you.